All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, it's a fantastic feeling when you win on the weekend, and on top of that, we are first in the table, Premier League table. We are right on top of the Premier League table, so it all feels fantastic, doesn't it? However, I do want to talk about the issues surrounding our creativity because I feel like sooner or later we are going to get caught out. We do need to improve in that area. And there's some massive issues that I feel like we do need to rectify. And this is what I want to talk about. I want to see what you guys have to say about this as well. But before we do all of that, let's look at some key positives, some really good performances over the weekend from Chelsea perspective, obviously. First of all, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this man, I don't know about you guys. I did not expect him to have the season he's kind of having right now. I mean, I thought preseason he didn't look that great. I was sort of thinking he was going to get loaned out. But sooner or later, as he was sniffing opportunities in midfield, he got better and better, started to take those opportunities. And right now, he is playing like his Chelsea career is means everything to him in this world. Like it means the lot. That's how he's playing. He's playing as if he's got something big to lose. So that's why he's putting all the effort in, which is fantastic to see. Look at this stats that he's got against Brentford. Most touches 100, most duels contested 22, most ball recoveries 13, most fouls won 5, most take-ons 4. I mean, he also made 4 clearances and 3 tackles. This is incredible. These stats are coming from Squawker Football. I mean, this is blockbuster performance from Ruben Loftus-Cheek from midfield to be. It tells me so many things. Most touches means he's not shy. He's always there, showing up for the ball. Most duels ones, which means he's getting stuck in there. Most ball recovery, showing that he understands the defensive side of the game as well. Most take-ons, which means he's interested to attack in the attacking phase. It's incredible. And right now, as I said in my review, please check out the review if you haven't checked it out. He is probably undroppable. He's one of the first names you're going to put in the starting lineup. And yeah, he's put in a nice little mix in that midfield, and a big headache for Thomas Tuchel as to, who's going to start. Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho were the first 3, but now he's put his name in there, and he's probably one of the first ones in that midfield to join in. That's why we haven't seen Jorginho in the last couple of league matches. We'll see what happens. What's the best combination in midfield? But it's good to have 4 proper midfielders who can rotate. Now, let's check out some of the other performances. Just quickly as well. These are some really brilliant stats from Chelsea. Chelsea are the first team in top 4 tiers of English football to win 7 consecutive London derbies. I mean, look at this. This is brilliant. 1-0 against Fulham, 1-0 against Spurs, 4-1 against Crystal Palace, 1-0 against West Ham, 2-0 against Arsenal, 3-0 against Spurs, 1-0 against Brentford. Is this at home? This must be away. Chelsea are the first team in top 4 tiers of English football to win 7 consecutive London derbies. We recently beat Crystal Palace as well, and they've only conceded once, which is incredible. Our defensive record, I don't know what Paul Scholes is talking about. Our defensive record is one of the best not in the Premier League, but in Europe. He must be drinking something really good out there. Edouard Mendy is the other big time performance. I mean, look, I am so glad Edouard Mendy is performing the way he is. But I have to admit, we can't put him in those situations on a week-to-week basis. We can't have Edouard Mendy be under immense pressure like that, the way he was against Brentford the final 20-25 minutes. We cannot do that to him. We have to be a lot better. Not defensively, of course, we have to be a lot better, but I feel like we need to control the match. We need to have possession. We can't allow the opposition to just run us ragged like that. I'm glad Edouard Mendy has pulled us out of a sticky situation, and he's done that quite a few times over the last 12 months, but we do need to take full control of the match. This is Edouard Mendy. Games taken to keep: 30 clean sheets for Chelsea, 51 for Peter Cech, 54 for Edouard Mendy. That's incredible. He's in the caliber of Peter Cech, which is sensational. Peter Cech is the one who's recruited him as well from Rennes. They need to sign more goalkeepers from Stade Rennes. I mean, that's incredible. Edouard Mendy made 6 saves against Brentford, the joint most he has ever made in the Premier League game, earning that clean sheet with another fantastic performance, which is sensational effort from Edouard Mendy. Let's look at Malang Sarr. Malang Sarr, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people had him, you know, um, ruled out, like he's not going to play well. We don't want to see Malang Sarr. Should be Chalobah on the left side, but Malang Sarr, to his credit, has done really well. Most chance clearances by Chelsea playing the Premier League game this season. 10 clearances, Malang Sarr versus Brentford. Most interceptions by Chelsea playing the Premier League game this season. 6, Malang Sarr versus Brentford. Baptism of fire, which is sensational. Well done, Malang Sarr, for making the most out of that opportunity. I don't think he was that great against Aston Villa in that Carabao Cup. He was so many times out of position, but at least this particular game, he showed good concentration, good discipline. And, look, whether he is going to be a long-term player for Chelsea, I don't know. But if he keeps putting performances like this, he'll definitely, be in the back of Thomas Tuchel's mind. Ben Chilwell, sensational effort off the back of that Southampton game, which was a bit up and down. Defensively, I don't think he was that great, but it was his first start. But he scored that scored that goal, which was a crucial goal for us against Southampton, and then obviously a winner against Brentford. But against Brentford, defensively, he was solid as well. His work rate was immense. Ben Chilwell's numbers versus Brentford: 82 touches, 9 penalty area entries. This is key. This is what I want to focus on a lot for a wing back. You do need to make appearances in the penalty area, and a lot of it. You have to help out the attacking phase, and the attackers a lot. 9 crosses as well. You need to whip in those crosses for the attacking players. 8 duels won. As a wing back, you have to have a good balance between attack and defense. You need to be prominent in both sides. 8 clearances, 4 tackles, 4 recoveries, 2 fouls on 1 goal. Sensational effort from Ben Chilwell, and I hope he can continue this on. For me, that match against Brentford was a good indication that he's growing in confidence. He scored that goal against Andorra as well in the international break, which is fantastic. So hopefully he continues on. Now, here's the issue, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk about this, and I want to see what you guys have to say about it. Brentford's expected goal was 1.88, and our expected goal was 0.28. This is a major issue. I don't know whether you believe in XG. I am starting to believe a lot in it, because at the end of the day, these things balance up. These are a good indication to tell you whether a team is going to be doing well or the team is going to get caught out. In recent times, Chelsea's expected goal has not been great, and eventually enough, these things balance up and we will get caught out and we won't be scoring those goals. And teams such as Brentford, who has such high, higher expected goal ratio, expected goal percentages than us, generally means that sooner or later they will put away those chances. They will put away. This is what's happened with Brighton last season. Their expected goal was incredible. This season, they're winning those matches, and now they're seeing themselves being top of the table. Chelsea's created just 0.02 expected goal in the second half. In the second half, as I said in my review, ladies and gentlemen, we did not create anything. It was all Brentford most of the times, especially the last 20, 25 minutes. It was all Brentford. This is something that we need to be concerned about, ladies and gentlemen. We need our attacking players to build that chemistry, to understand each other, especially Lukaku. So far, I've been thinking one way, and that way has been that our team needs to understand Lukaku. But I think now Lukaku similarly needs to understand our team, needs to understand exactly what Thomas Tuchel wants. We can't have a player up top that is not included in pressing, that does not drop deep, link up better, clever movements. Last season, when it was a fluid front three, we were getting all of that. So we do need to focus on that. And Lukaku needs to look at his game as well and figure out what he can do to basically fit in a lot better in the system. Because I feel like right now, even though he complains the fact that he doesn't want to be the reference point, he still ends up being the reference point. So how can he be more of a mobile player, more of a fluid front three? I'm not expecting him to be in the wings or whatnot, but a bit more clever with his movement. I mean, look, overall his movement's great, but he can be a lot better. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the expected goal ratio percentages for Man City. Look at this. Man City 2.14 against Burnley, and Man City creates chances for fun. And I know they've been under Pep Guardiola for a little while, so that's fine. I completely understand. But we do need to start progressing in that manner. We've almost now been with Thomas Tuchel probably a couple of months away from 12 months. So I don't want to be too critical, but we do have a team that can play a lot better brand of football than what we are playing right now. This is Liverpool 3.55 expected goal against Watford. I know Watford were rubbish, but Liverpool on a consistent basis has a high expected goal ratio. Similarly with Man City. And this is why, in the long run, Liverpool and Man City, and somewhere along the way in the season, they end up having 8, 9, 10 games winning streak. And that's what puts them in that title winning situation. And we need to do that. We can't be getting away with these sort of stats because sooner or later it will backfire. Now, I just want to quickly show you guys, I've been talking about how this season, I don't think overall we've been great consistently. And if we look at some of the games, I'm not going to go back all the way, but we haven't played that many games this season anyway. Chelsea, Crystal Palace, we were very good. We were slick, but I felt like we could have got a few more gears further up. Arsenal, Chelsea as well, similarly, we were very, very good, but I felt like we were playing in the second gear. We could have taken them to the cleaners. Liverpool, Chelsea, we were good actually against Liverpool up until the red card, and then after the red card, it was a great defensive masterclass. So yeah, we saw both sides of the coin, I suppose. Attacking wise, we weren't that bad. We were leading, and then defensively, we were great. Against Aston Villa, I don't think we were that great. We showed good clutch moments, and we ended up, securing those goals. Aston Villa were very, very good. Zenit as well. Zenit played really well. Parking the bus. We didn't create too much. Got that clutch goal again, and Zenit had a bigger expected goal ratio in that particular match as well. They had a couple of chances where Rudiger made final clearance, and a few other players made some crucial saves as well. Against Spurs, first half, Spurs were all over us. Second half, we were on top. Against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup, I think Aston Villa probably should have won that. Against Man City, we were poor. Against Juventus, we were poor. Against Southampton, it was a bit of an up and down game. It was too open for me, to be honest. Even though we won and we played good, but it was a bit too open for as I said, Brentford were probably very, very good in the second half. And in the first half, we had control. And Thomas Tuchel said that we had control. Yeah, sure. But I don't think we created good opportunities. Quickly show you guys how this is how we've been setting up. And I want to show you guys what I want to see a lot more of in this particular formation to get a little bit more attacking impetus happening. This is how we sort of set up against Brentford. And as you can see, most times we saw Ruben Loftus-Cheek sort of being the deepest midfielder. Yeah, he did drive forward in these sort of areas, but the first thing that I want to see, as you can see, the front two looks like a little bit isolated, and I do want to see this bit flipped around. I want to see this more. I want to see a double pivot where Kovacic or Kante or Jorginho, it doesn't really matter who it is. It could be Jorginho and Kante. It could be Kovacic and Jorginho. Kante, Kovacic, I don't mind. But I do want to see Ruben Loftus-Cheek a little bit further up. And I've got no issues for him dropping deep and helping out in off the ball. But I do want to see him play a lot more further up and help assist the front two a little bit more. Similarly, I want to see these players get into these positions on a regular basis, actually even these positions if we can, and really look into getting to the byline and cutting it back in for the strikers. Chilwell does his best to get into these areas. Sometimes at recent times, Chilwell is getting himself in these sort of areas, which is fantastic. But do want to see him get into, the byline. Aspie as well, I do want to see him a lot more. I don't expect Aspie to play that position that much. I do expect Reece James to come in ASAP, and I want to see Reece James attack these areas and be in these sort of positions a lot more. And I do want to start seeing our team playing a lot more of the football in the opposition half. I want us to suffocate the opposition. I want us to play more of the football in this side of the field as opposed to this side of the field. And this will allow us to be a lot more creative, allow us to create a lot more opportunities. Expected goal ratios will be higher, and we should be winning more games more comfortably, hopefully. Defensively, we are very good. We are very good. So, we should have cover with these sort of players playing in the half spaces, Kante and Kovacic or Jorginho, whoever it is. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek can help out as well. He's got blockbuster pace to recover. So I do want to see this down the track. Let me know what your thoughts are, ladies and gentlemen, about this whole situation. What do you feel about our creativity? Do you think we do need to show a lot more attacking impetus? Do you feel we're playing with a little bit of conservativeness at the moment? I want to know what your thoughts are. If you've enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. And if you've come here for the first time, make sure you subscribe. We're getting closer and closer to 8,000 subscribers. So let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, see ya.